the lecture of the Quran, and actually it is the Riyadh al-Quran, Riyadh al-Jannah. And I give that hadith when we were talking, I think by the Quran recitation on Sunday. We mentioned the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam when he said, إِذَا رَأَيْتُمْ رِيَاضَ الْجَنَّةِ فَارْتَعُوا. When you see, Rasulullah said that to the companions, when you see the gardens of Jannah, come rushing to participate. And the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, وَمَا رِيَاضُ الْجَنَّةِ. So what are the gardens of Jannah in dunya that we have? He said, مَجَالِسُ الذِّكْرِ. And he said, Dhikrullah, the places where Allah's name will be mentioned. When you have the people who are remembering Allah, that is actually one of the gardens of Jannah on earth. So whenever you see something like this, come and participate, rushing, because you do not know where and when the blessings and the mercy of Allah is going to descend upon people, inshallah. May Allah shower all of us with His mercy. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And it's still in our journey with Surah Al-Muzammil, just 2 steps away to finish Surah Al-Muzammil and Surah Al-Zumar. And Surah Al-Zumar, actually, today and tomorrow, we are going to finish the chapter number 39, Surah Al-Zumar, the chapter of the groups. And as a matter of fact, we talked the last time about what is going to happen in brief on the Day of Judgment, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to replace the earth with another earth. Have you, are you still remember how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described? Yes. So what is going to be on His hand? Huh?
The right and the left.
What is the right?
The sky.
The skies. And the earth will be on the other side, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the earth will be on His fist. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on the Day of Judgment, Allah will replace the earth with another earth. But the other earth will be flattened, will be stretched out. And Allah said, وَإِذَا الْأَرْضُ مُدَّتْ. And you are going to see the earth has no mountains, has no hills, so nobody can hide. So you cannot say, okay, I'm hiding behind this building, I'm in, behind the HCS, I'm behind the Masjid Richey. No, you cannot hide anywhere. And Allah said that will be flattened. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala skipped somehow the whole process of al-hisab. What is the word hisab means? Reckoning. And for all the slaves, for all the creations to be questioned on that day, the Day of Judgment, Allah had summarized everything in almost one line. Allah said, وَوُفِّيَتْ كُلُّ نَفْسٍ مَا عَمِلَتْ. That's it. Every single soul will be compensated based on what they made, based on what he or she have done in this life. Because Allah wanted to take us to another, Allah wanted to speak in details about something else. Yes, of course, there are some other surahs that handled the scene of reckoning in details. But in this surah, Allah did not give too much time for the whole process and the scale and the scrolls to be presented, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring all, even the minor deeds that people have thought it is hidden, or it is forgettable, or it is something Allah did not pay attention to. So Allah did not talk in details about those things. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and today I will just talk about the first part. Inshallah, tomorrow, if Allah give us life and time, we'll talk about the other part. And Allah said, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ Zumara. Then on that day, after the reckoning, after everyone had knew what they have done, after Allah had forgiven those that Allah wanted to forgive, after the intercession of Rasulullah had been applied, after the intercession of all the messengers, after the intercession of the angels of Allah, after the intercession of those people who memorized the Quran, after the intercession of martyrs, after the intercession of the righteous people, and after all of that had been executed and done, and now we know who will be in the team of Jannah, who will be in the team of the hellfire. Allah said, wasiqa. Wasiqa, what is the meaning of siqa? Yes, exactly. You know, when you drive a car, so what is the driver? When you call a driver in Arabic, what do you call him? Sa'iq. That's why Allah said in Surah Qaf, Sa'iqun wa shaheed. Every single soul will be accompanied by Sa'iqun wa shaheed. Then the process itself, it's called what? Siwaqa, right? Or siyaqa. Siyaqa. Okay. Yasuqu, sa'iq, siyaqa. And Allah said, siqa. So Allah said the disbelievers on the day of judgment will be driven to the hellfire. And that's why the best translation for the word sa'iq or siqa is driven, not taken. Yes, to be pushed. Yes, that's a good word too. To be pushed by the angels of Allah towards the gates of the hellfire. Ila jahannama zumara. And I will pause here a little bit. At the word zumara, they will be pushed in groups. Yes, in groups. Zumara. And we understand those groups from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. As the people of Jannah will enter Jannah in groups, the people of the hellfire will enter Jahannam in groups. And inshallah, you forgive me if I messed up with Jannah, Jahannam, and you know, like if I made any mistake, you know, so may Allah forgive us. Allahumma ameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen. And two of the prophets I always mix with, Yusuf and Musa. You have heard me, you know, mixing. I mean Musa and I say Yusuf, and I mean Yusuf and I say Musa. So may Allah forgive us, and may Allah forgive our shortcomings. Allahumma ameen. So the people of Jahannam will be driven in groups. So what does it mean in groups? Based on what? Based on the deeds, based on the actions. So the people of arrogance will be together. The people who committed injustice will be together. The people who had a leader like Fir'aun. So Fir'aun will be the leader of his people who went transgressors. You have Abu Jahl. He will have a group of people under his leadership into Jahannam. You have those people who used to cheat. You have those people who used to drink alcohol. You have those people who used to deal with riba. You have those people who used to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a certain way. So they will be together based on their actions. And why is that? Because almost each and every action will have a place in Jahannam. And don't you know that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam had classified the people of Jahannam previously in many ahadith based on these groups? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam talked about the gates of Jahannam, and we know that gates of Jahannam are 7. So you have each and every gate from the bottom to up to the 7th we have the classification almost for each and every one. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ فِي الدَّرْكِ الْأَسْفَلِ مِنَ النَّارِ. The hypocrites will be in the lowest of the hellfire. Forgive me because you will hear the word hellfire today too much. So will be in the lowest of the lowest. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said after this, Qarun, Fir'aun, Haman, and those who are alike in the second gate, the second level, and then so on and so on. When it comes to the different people, those who disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every level, every gate will have one of those leaders. Like, can I tell you about in Namrud? Some people said that in Namrud will be in the 4th level of Jahannam. Yes, on the 4th level of Jahannam. Based on what? The dangerous, the chaos that they have made in their life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring them together in groups in Jahannam. And now the question is, and that's a very valid question because it belongs to our ummah. Where are the people from our ummah who will disobey Allah and will die on disobedience without repenting, or Allah did not forgive them on the day of judgment, or they are not included in the intercession of Rasulullah, or nothing had happened to them so they can be forgiven, and no way that they will enter Jahannam, at least for a time period that Allah knows where they are going to be. On the 7th gate of Jahannam, the highest level, if it is okay to say highest, they will be there for a certain period of time, and that certain period of time they will remain till they get the punishment of Allah. And those who are in the 7th level, the 7th gate, there are some narrations that they will spend time, Allah knows how long it will be. Then they will call Allah to forgive them. Then they will ask Allah, oh Allah, we want to come out from Jahannam. Imam, will be some people will come out of Jahannam? Yes. Not all people will be khalidina fiha. Not all people will be for eternity. There are some people will be punished for some time, Allah knows, but they will be taken after having that punishment, taken to Jannah, inshallah Rabbil Alameen. So those people, after a certain time, they will ask Allah to forgive them. Some narration said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will hear them while he is in Jannah, like they are asking him to do another intercession, to ask Allah to forgive them. Ya Rasulullah, we are part of your ummah and we are here in Jahannam, we get punished. Oh Ya Rasulullah, talk to Allah, make a dua to Allah so we can come out. Then Allah will answer the dua and they will come out of Jahannam. Actually, there is a long hadith about the last person who will come out of Jahannam. And I remember that I have mentioned this hadith, but let me just give you a quick recap about this hadith. That person, Rasulullah, had talked about him. We don't have a specific name, but he is a man who will try to come out of Jahannam. He will try to jump out of Jahannam. Who will try to jump and jump and jump. Then Allah will in a certain time that he would be able to jump over Jahannam. And once he's out, he will look at Jahannam and will say, Alhamdulillah, that Allah had saved me from you. Then Allah will create a tree for him. Then he will ask Allah, oh Allah, can I just have time to spend under the shade of the tree? I don't want to be taken to Jannah. I just wanted the shade of the tree. Then Allah will say, yes, go. Then he will have the shade of the tree. Then he will ask Allah, oh Allah, now